Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Season 3, week 1. Hits and picks. Brady's got a stiffy right now just hearing that coming out of my mouth.
Can't stand up. Gotta sit down the whole episode.
Jake's hurrying up and sitting
I got
down
a new
so
chair.
people
I
can't
gotta
see his stiffy.
I gotta figure this fucking shit out. But boys, it feels so good to be back down here with you. And this is the first recording session back in this corner, probably since episode 8 or 9 of the Juice Box. So it's been that long, about 3 years.
I'm gonna struggle if I gotta piss. Like I'm blocked in.
Yeah, you ain't getting
I'm
around
just
this
gonna have
big
to
boy.
like eat it.
Yeah, but dude, listen, you just get up, you shove us to the side, you say I gotta piss, and then we just scoot around.
Yeah.
Or, just stick a bottle down there and weenie. You know
That's
what I mean?
true,
Just
but
a-
then it hits the floor and might get on the floor.
Ugh. That's what
Got a big hog.
That's what Ari Shafir does in the Joe Rogan episodes. He'll just pull out a bottle and piss while they're recording.
Does he really?
It's disgusting. It's quite disgusting.
Oh shit. So what's up, guys? Anything?
I'm just ready for football.
Me too.
I've
We
been
got a little
dying.
we got a little taste of it this past week. Games kind of stunk, as they usually do for week 0. I don't know where to start. It's been a while.
Yeah, truthfully, I didn't even get to watch much. I had
Me either.
a wedding, so I was like checking on scores and stuff, but didn't really see much of the game. Sam Hartman lit it up. He basically, I didn't know how that was gonna go, so that's why I kind of took Navy spread because the game last year was close and they were returning 9 out of their 11 starters, but Sam Hartman proved it to me.
I think
So-
you talked me in the Navy. I was gonna bet Notre Dame, and then you said at the scramble about like how because I don't remember the game being close last year. So
Yeah.
I think on one of my bets I did end up taking Navy.
Yeah, it was like 35-32, I think. And
Yeah,
the first half was like so low scoring, and then the second half they just lit it up.
Exploded.
But yeah, no, good to be back. Good to be back. Ty, how were your field games, dude?
They were a blast. I wish you guys could have came. There will be many more opportunities back there. So
is it gonna be like an annual?
yes, it'll be a yearly
Okay.
thing. They could have ran a little smoother, but I mean, it's the first year doing it. You live and you learn. You know
Oh,
what I
no.
mean? I mean, it was still great time. We got it all finished. Shout out to Serbia for winning. They were the jokers. One was Novak Djokovic. The other was Nikola Jokic. I mean, two
That's
jokers.
that's funny that they were Serbia.
Yeah, so
oh,
good
that's
for them.
awesome.
Serbia just seems to win everything right now. So.
China got second. Didn't
Yeah,
they?
China got second, and Italy got third.
You got a pic of the shirt?
Of which shirt?
Kim Jong Un.
I think I do. Did you see these shirts?
No, I didn't
Oh,
see the
it's
shirts.
hilarious.
Oh, they're great. Yeah, let me show you real quick. I'll find.
Oh yeah,
Who wore them?
It was
Hood?
Zach and Jock.
that's funny. That's funny. You win your bets on Saturday?
I ended up even. I was down a lot from like USC, and then I said fuck it, put a big parlay in for Notre Dame, and that saved.
I was pissed about the USC game because I was gonna bet one or the other, and I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna even be up to." That shirt's fucking sick. I love that shirt.
UFC.
Did I say UFC?
Said USC. I thought
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
talking
meant UFC
about. Oh,
because it was at 8 a.m.
gotcha. Yeah, because USC didn't even cover.
They weren't even on TV. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
They didn't play.
I actually, is that how all the Pac-12 is basically going to be this year? Do they even have a
I don't
TV
know.
deal?
Yeah, I
I'm
think
sure
for
there
the-
will be some.
For the rest of
Regular.
this year, it's the same as it was.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
big games and stuff will be on like ABC and shit like that. Sure.
Yeah,
For
because I literally
Pac-12.
was like checking it because I was home and it just says Pac-12. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I guess I can't watch
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
Because it just says Pac-12. But yeah, no, boys, I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to fire at the fuck up, dude. Brady, you got to keep your record this year. That's the one thing I've written down.
That is a fact.
Are you
made me
talking
tell
about my 5-5 record or my
Everything.
overall?
both?
Everything.
Okay.
You got to keep both.
Right.
Because I did better. So the first year we did it, I finished at 45.8% overall. 5-5 was 46.7. Last year, I went up to 48.4%. and my 5-5 was at 48%. So, boys, I'm shooting for over 50 this year.
Good goal.
I got to. I got
a
to
good
now.
goal.
I'm back, dude. I'm all the way back.
I need a punishment if I don't keep my record, or else I'm not gonna do it.
But like here's the thing.
I'll go to being the intern.
You quite literally have to keep the record
Yeah.
because towards the end of the year, sometimes there's mistakes on everybody's end, and if you don't have anything to back it on, you always get the best part again.
Yeah, because I run it by you guys every week just to double check it.
So quit fucking around.
It's a little tough.
Quit
We should say, or shouldn't we? Our intern's not here, right?
Intern's not here. He will be back.
He will be back. We did not fire him. I don't know. What did he say? Why couldn't he make it today?
I don't think he even said.
Yeah, I don't think he said either.
Isn't it something with golf?
Oh yeah, he's teaching golf or something.
Yeah. That's how I understood it. Yeah, because I was busting his balls. I was like, priorities. And he's like, they pay me. I was like, oh. So you must just not be going and playing golf.
Yeah,
like
sorry, we can't give you anything, Melvin.
They don't pay you a lot.
Well, I don't even know who's paying who. Is it for school?
Yeah, it's for school.
Okay.
I mean, if you're coaching anything, it's more like a hobby.
Gotcha.
He's the golf coach, sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what school.
I mean, yeah, probably his.
Yeah.
We don't
want
to make him freak out.
Put him out there. All right, boys. We just want to like jump into it.
Yeah. Do you want to do future?
Yeah. I wanted to start with futures. I literally just looked at mine before. You guys are probably going to hate and think I'm biased towards a couple of them, but hate the rest.
Ready.
So, do you want me to start? Do you have any ready, or do
go
you want
ahead?
me to just go?
You go, then we'll just go in order.
I got an idea.
Well, I'm going to start with my usual bet. Pitt, like I said to you guys, I'm going to be using MGM for the spread this year. I love using BetMGM. Great app.
No free ad.
No free
But
ads.
if DraftKings on his shirt wants to sponsor us, you can.
Yeah,
switch
true.
it.
I will
Then
switch
we'll
in a
change.
heartbeat.
$500.
2 seconds.
We won't even think about it.
No. I will send me more shirts too. I'll keep wearing them. All right, I will start. Pitt over under wins is 7. If they win only 7 games, I think it's a very unsuccessful year. This team should go no worse than 8-4 at best. They should be 10-2, I think. They got a tough schedule. They got Notre Dame, Florida State.
WVU.
Yeah, WVU, I guess.
That's
that will be
50-50.
tough. It's on the road.
50-50.
North Carolina. I don't know if Cincinnati's going to be any good or not. I feel like people sleeping on them because Fickle's gone, but I still feel like they'll be all right.
So you have 3 losses automatically.
No. I think they'll beat one of those teams.
So who are they again?
Notre Dame, Florida State, North Carolina. I think they're going to beat North Carolina.
That's their best shot because they have no defense.
Florida State's at home. I don't hate that. I'm bought in. We lost a lot, but I listened to a lot too. Pitt's at that point now where like Narduzzi is constantly getting his guys in to where like their defensive line is going to be good no matter what. Like they had a couple guys transfer, but they've been there forever, and I think it was just time for them to move on and the younger guys to come in. From what I've heard, the defensive line is going to be unbelievable again. They got 2 of their top 3 wide receivers left. A couple of the offensive linemen. They lost Izzy. That sucked.
What about Hammond?
He's still there.
Okay. He was a beast.
Yeah. Their tight end's back, Gavin Bartholomew. They got a good bit back in the secondary. So I think they'll be okay. I'm going to take the over 7 wins there.
You didn't even mention like the biggest like talk of the offseason for Pitt.
What?
Their
Phil
quarterback.
Dracovic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good pickup for them. I'm just worried about him staying healthy. Needs to stay healthy. All right, so that's my first one. I got, what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 here. My second one, this where you guys are like, okay, you're a little fucking crazy. I'm taking Pitt to win the ACC championship at plus 2,000. I think it's a great fucking value bet. Like just throw 10, $20 on it or whatever your unit is.
You guys are on the other side.
It's all one now.
Oh.
It's all one.
Okay.
And Notre Dame can't win it.
Notre Dame can't win it. No. So the teams
Is it so for that? It's just conference record, right?
Yes, just conference record. So obviously there's Clemson, who they don't play this year. There's Florida State is supposed to be really good. North Carolina is obviously have Drake May. I think they're the third or fourth best team in the conference going into it. I don't know where everything will line up, but I think it's worth the bet to throw a little bit of money. Okay, out of the ACC, I'll give you my first one first. Future national champion. I love Michigan this year, boys. They keep getting there. They can't get over that hump. I think they're going to be really fucking good this year. I think they beat Ohio State for a third straight year.
Got the best running back duo in the country.
Yeah, I mean they're got so much back. McCarthy's back. They're going to be a really good team. I like them to win the national championship at plus 800. And then here is my sleeper. They played in week 0. I will tell you that. Take a guess who I think.
It's a team.
USC,
Not USC.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
I don't hate that, man. I think this is like, for being a Notre Dame fan, if you are one, I think this is probably the most excitement you should have, because you finally have a quarterback now.
Yeah.
There's like zero excuses now.
Mhm.
You got the guy that will handle the ball very well every play, and now it's just a matter of can they get it done. I don't hate that.
Yeah,
They
they
looked amazing.
Yeah, they're my long shot. MGM has them at plus 3,000. And then my Heisman pick, sticking with Notre Dame, Sam Hartman at plus 1,600. So I didn't want to go. I wanted to go a little longer shot with the Heisman. I wanted to go a simple one for national championship and a long shot for national championship. So those are my 5 futures. I actually do think I always give these out and never bet. I actually think I'm gonna bet them. So probably not a lot on them. Like Michigan national championship, I might throw a little more on, but like some of the longer shots, I probably so. But those are my 5 futures.
Do you want us to do futures first and then your playoff picks, or do you want to just rattle on
I
that?
kind of forgot about the playoff picks. I cannot lie. Go ahead.
Okay, so my first one's gonna be a Heisman. I'm just throwing some on Michael
I'm gonna
Penix.
write this down.
Michael Penix plus 1,600. He's going to throw a lot of touchdowns. He's got both his top receivers back, so that's a good bet to me. And got several other futures. So I love Spencer Rattler this year. He came on at the end, so I'm going to go over 2,600 yards for him. Braylon Allen has hit he's over 10.5 touchdowns.
What's the odds on
It's minus 150. Braylon Allen over 10.5 touchdowns, minus 120. Hit that the past 2 years. Now he does have someone behind him that's really good, but I think he's still going to get goal line carries. Mordecai's going to get him up in the red zone a lot. Malik Neighbors, LSU, over 900 yards. Booty's gone. He hit this last year, so I think he's going to continue that. Minus 115. Rome Odunze for Washington, over Rome. Over 6.5 touchdowns.
I'll take my quarterback.
Minus 120.
how many touchdowns?
6.5, which is weird. It's so low. But they spread the ball out. So. And then Wisconsin over 8.5 wins. I love them here.
I do like that as well.
I think they're going to be really good.
You know who else loves them?
Who?
Rico Bosco. Dude, he's back. Shout out the Riders, dude.
He also, did you see his big fuck up?
Yeah.
Navy.
Yeah.
He said they're going to pass it, and they threw it, what, like 2 times?
Yeah.
I did see that.
And then, so I'm going to go South Carolina over 6 wins, minus 125. I like Mississippi State this year.
What?
They got their quarterback back. He's really good.
What do you like him?
6.5 wins.
All right.
That's actually plus 145. I mean, they got a tough schedule, but they have, I think, 4 easy wins, and then the SEC, like, as long as they go 500, like, they hit.
And they got Brandon Walker in their corner, too.
Right.
Brandon Walker's also really high on Wisconsin this year, I saw.
Now, I mean, I'm betting WVU, but I'm not gonna give that pick out because I feel like too much home for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't give out pick either, but I really
Well, that's my only
even though
future.
Yeah.
That's my only
But-
future. WV over 3.5 wins. I don't
is
have.
that really what it's at?
Did it
I think
change?
it's. Let me look because I bet them and Steelers in a parlay.
Yeah, I'll change it to whatever the current one is. That's truthfully, that's really. I don't know. I don't know much about what's going on in the world right now. Obviously, I'll learn after week 1, probably week 2. I love North Carolina's quarterback, May. Yeah. What's it at?
4.5 minus 140.
I'll take it
It
at
used to be 3.5.
Yeah.
Like halfway through the summer, they bumped it up for some reason.
Yeah. I'll take it at 4.5. That's fine.
Maybe because they saw Garrett Green
They must
going
have
to be
saw
the
him.
starter.
They must have saw him at the fucking Manning Passing Academy. They were like, sheesh. But yeah, that's really it on my futures. That's the number one that I'm gonna bet. I don't have a Heisman. I guess if I was to bet a Heisman, it wouldn't be a kind of a surprise. I'd probably take Caleb Williams, but I'm not gonna count that one.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys where, like, I hate to say it, but, like, I'm not that impressed because I don't see him on TV all the time.
Yeah. His stats are unbelievable, but
He always has one stick highlight a game, though.
He just I when I see him, I just kind of think of Jalen Hurts. Like obviously, yes, Caleb Williams gets his flowers, but I feel like also he's a guy that is good, but people kind of rip him, kind of like they did Jalen Hurts. I could see him going in the NFL and being like,
I think he's good. Well, they're saying he's going to get one overall.
That's
I think he's
a
going
lock.
to be a good quarterback. Unless, that's going to be. All right, is that it? Futures? That's it?
That's it for this guy.
So we just want to jump right into the pick? Or no, playoffs.
Dude, so before we give our picks, Herb Streets and McAfee's was kind of interesting. Did you guys by chance see
I did not.
They took only 2 conferences. So they have Ohio State, Michigan, and they have Alabama and Georgia.
Doesn't surprise.
So
I mean, those are like the popular picks, I feel like, but it's hard for them to take 2 teams from 2 conferences.
it's doable, but like insane shit has to happen.
Also, I don't trust Ohio State to beat Penn State. I think Penn State's going to be really good.
Yeah, I think Penn State's going to have a chip on
I
their
think
shoulder.
Ohio State's going to lose 2 or 3 games.
I don't disagree.
I think Michigan's going to beat them. I think Notre Dame's going to... you know what? I'll say 3. I think Michigan will beat them. Notre Dame will beat them. And either Wisconsin or Penn State's going to...
Yeah, like they got a hard schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Penn State's going to have a chip on their shoulder all year when they lose week 1. I think it's going to really devastate them. And I think they're going to have to really figure out how to fire it up once GG shits all over their fucking heads.
Are we going to do like your Pitt segment? You're going to talk about them?
I think I already kind of did.
Okay.
Playoff teams.
Talk about
No,
West
I'm giving.
Virginia?
No, I'll do playoff teams first. Playoff teams: Georgia, Michigan, USC, and Notre Dame. And if I had to pick a national championship out of that, I actually think that unfortunately Georgia's going to win it for the 3rd year in a row.
Wouldn't be surprised.
So that's my national champion.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll take Michigan. Then I'll do Notre Dame.
God, we're too high on Notre Dame. Melvin's going to fucking love
Or he might hate
No,
it.
he's actually going to be like, I don't like it.
Yeah, he might.
Which kind of makes me pumped that we're all like, Notre Dame really good.
Yeah. I'm going to take Oregon as like a dark horse, kind of.
Bo Nix, boy.
I mean,
Unbelievable he's still in college.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable.
A Pac-12 team's going to make it. But USC, Washington, Oregon, like, it's a toss-up. I'm going to go with Oregon. And then for my 4th.
What about Utah? Are we sleeping on
Cam Rising? He might not even play week 1.
Yeah.
They play Florida, so.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 4th.
Your Big 12 team.
I'll go Bama. I don't know who their quarterback is. They haven't announced it yet, but I don't see Georgia get 3 years.
We'll see.
All right, I'm going to go Notre Dame.
I love that we're all have Notre Dame in there, dude.
I'm going to go Michigan.
Okay,
Two of my national champions.
we're on the same wave.
Can't take Georgia out of there. Got to keep Georgia in there.
So we have 3 out of 3.
Where do I want to go with my? Where do I want to go with my fourth?
I almost said Florida State. I think Florida State's.
Yeah, they're
I
going to be
almost said
good.
Wisconsin.
Just give me Bama. That's pretty chalky. I feel like outside of Notre Dame, but yeah, I don't know. And did you say who your national champion?
National champ Michigan. I mean, I feel like that's going to be the popular pick this year.
Yeah,
outside of Georgia.
I'm going to say Michigan as well, and if not, obviously Notre Dame, because those are my few.
I feel like we gave respectable answers though, because every year you try to whip something up, and it's always the same teams.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it really is most of the time.
TCU last year.
TCU spoiled it. You know, you get that one off every couple years, but I think all of us kind of put a good little foursome together there.
The team that could fuck it all up, I think, Wisconsin. Like Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Wisconsin, like those 4 might just eat each other up.
So let me ask this: are people high on Wisconsin just because of Luke Fickell?
He brought in some pretty good quarterbacks as well. I think he's
Mordecai.
got pretty good. Where's he from? SMU, right?
He was at Oklahoma. Then he was behind all those people, and then he went to SMU for a couple years, tore up, and now he's at Wisconsin.
Yeah,
And I mean, they have really good running backs. Mine's always sick.
Yeah, I'm just genuinely curious because I saw Florida's quarterback's Graham Mertz.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird watching Wisconsin play because any other time Wisconsin is like literally. I'm not saying they are Iowa, but they're kind of like watching Iowa. Like the offense is always so fucking boring. They're gonna just simple shit, run the ball down your throat, blah blah blah.
Big Ten football.
Yeah, exactly. With Fickle there, they're gonna look completely different. So they're gonna be fun to watch, I think, and I do think they're gonna be really good.
I think that league's going to have to change ultimately once you have CLA and USC coming in, and then any other, of those schools trickling in. Because, like, yes, Big Ten football's, other than like Ohio State and a few of the top ones, it normally is kind of like that old school-esque football. But you're not going to be able to play that against these teams that can score in 20 seconds.
I mean, it's crazy. Even Michigan's not like spread you out, pass all over you. They're yeah. I mean, they're Big Ten football too.
So how many years do you think we have with these conferences that are aligning until they just completely say, this is too fucked up, everything's just going to get, like, redone?
I have no clue.
I mean, my personal opinion, I actually think they're taking it where they want to take it. I saw, like, a big little sheet thing, and I think ultimately the end game is 3 conferences with, like, I can't remember how many teams. It was like three conferences
like
with
20 to 24.
Yeah.
Like no more Power 5. It's going to be 3.
3 with and it was kind of separated. I mean, obviously the dream is having it regionally, but I don't know. But yeah, I saw. I think where they want to get it is 3 big conferences, because I think then it's easier to control versus having to control from 4 or 5 or 6 conferences. Because if you have 3 conferences and let's say that it does go to 12, there could be a shot where 4 teams from each conference get in. That might be how they do it.
But
So I don't know. It's just a guess.
The crazy thing is, if that happens, the ACC, like, it's gone.
ACC would be gone.
I'm very scared about where Pitt's gonna end up in all this. I can't lie to you.
I think Pitt will be fine. I mean, they're going to end up in one of the big 3. I just don't know which one.
They need to keep winning games like they have been the last couple of years. Like, I think I brought this up before. They're one of maybe 10, 15 teams in the last 2 years that's won over 20 games in 2 years, which I mean is pretty good. Like I saw
Yeah.
the list before, saw like really good football teams, and for them to be in there is really impressive. So
I mean,
I think they need to keep.
it's a good program. They're not going to be left out.
Yeah,
I mean, and truthfully, if WVU stays in the Big 12, we have a really smart commissioner. And after week 1 last year, and then what week 3 will be like,
Yeah.
they'd be dumb not to try to get WVU and Pitt back in the same.
yeah, no
conference.
doubt.
Did you see what that commissioner said the other day about Texas Tech, Texas? I think he was at Texas Tech, and he was saying how like he made some comment about Texas. He's like, Texas Tech, I'll be there for that Texas Tech game. Take
Hey, Junior.
take care of business. So he was like, beat Texas because they're leaving. Fuck them.
Dude, you got to play that way.
Yeah,
You know,
I like him.
I like him too. He's doing a lot, man. I'm pumped.
Jesus, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech,
Six in Texas.
Texas Tech.
All right, we ready?
Stance, boys. Here we go. Fire it up.
We all agreed already. Week 1 is not great. We usually have, I mean, 3 or 4 ranked games. We have 1, and it's on Sunday. So I struggled hard to get 10 games because that's how we always do it week 1
Yeah.
because NFL's not on yet. So we got 10 college games.
This is the softest week 1 I think I've seen in a long time.
Been a while.
But
yeah.
this week 1's completely different from like 5 years ago. If this was 5 years ago, no one would give a shit about half these games. But now you can gamble.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
very
everyone, they'll be tuned into every game now.
That's true.
You know what I'll call it too? We're saying how bad it's going to be. One of these freaking teams going to get upset.
I know.
Don't
John.
know who.
I do.
Penn State?
That's fucking right.
There you
That's
go.
fucking right,
There you go.
dude. Let's go.
All right, so let's just hop into it. Clean slate. Everyone is 0-0.
Feels good to have the fat trimmed, boys.
I need to be better than last year.
Here
I
we
wish I
go.
still had my percentage because I think it was like,
You got in
low
a hole
40s.
early, I think.
Oh, I was off.
Yeah.
I was gone
But then you like started to come back.
a little bit. Still wasn't. Yeah, still wasn't good.
Yeah, you started off bad and ended good, and I started off good. Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to jump into it. The first game of the 2023 season. Colorado, well, not the first game of the season, first game we will be picking. Colorado at number 17, TCU. TCU's minus 21. The over-under is 59.5. I had to throw Dion in the mix on.
Facts.
I think this is such an easy game to pick.
Facts.
Am I going first?
Yeah, go
Said it.
ahead. You're the one who said it. Yeah, go ahead.
TCU minus 21. I don't think Colorado will be any good until the end of the season. I think they're going to have no chemistry. They're going to be awful.
See, I'm on the complete opposite side of this. I think.
I mean, that's a good storyline.
But see, I think what's different about Colorado is this is the first team we've ever seen in this fashion.
Right.
This is the first time we've ever seen, like, I think it's like 58 new players come in via the portal. Guys from a lot of good places, guys that have played for Dion, guys that know Dion, and then they just keep bringing in their boys. Do I think Colorado will win? Probably not. But I think 21 points is a lot of points against a team that like has so much energy.
They're going to be hungry. I
Yeah,
think.
because
Yeah.
it's like everybody's been talking so much shit on them. But again, I don't think you're stupid for your pick. I get your philosophy.
Granted, TCU, I think, is like going to have a down year, but I just think Colorado is going to be really bad to start.
You taking Colorado?
Give it to me. Colorado plus 21.
I'm also on Colorado plus 21. A lot of people don't like it because the world is so fucking soft anymore. But I love the way Dion talks to the kids.
The fight.
I love it all. I do. I love all of it. People can't take it anymore because, like I said, the world's soft anymore. He's straight up told you. He said, "What? As soon as he got the job, most of you might as well leave. You ain't gonna be here."
Mm-hmm.
Which I'd rather a coach tell me
Yep,
that.
100%.
Truthfully.
100%.
You know?
So I'm on Colorado plus 21. Who's TCU's quarterback? Did they get someone in, or is it someone that
So
was
I
there?
think the guy who was originally the starter last year,
Mm.
he won the job
I
and got
remember
hurt.
Yeah.
I assume he's the starter,
that. Okay.
but I don't know for sure.
I don't think TCU is going to be that good this year after that miraculous shit they pulled off last year. That's just my opinion.
I mean, they lost their 2 top players,
Yeah.
so
Like I said, I'm going to go with Colorado plus 21. And then I do have Melvin's pick here as well. He has the under 59.5. Yes, Colorado TCU under 59.
Interesting.
okay. I mean, thinking about it, that might be the smart play
Yeah, I don't hate that play either now that I'm thinking about it. But
because
I'm
Colorado
going
might
around with
not have
Colorado.
chemistry. TCU might not put up points because they're so new.
I want
so
to see Sanders and what's his name just
Hunter,
Yeah.
is he really going to play both sides of the ball?
I would not be surprised with Dio.
I remember when
all.
he was coming out, like he was a huge
He's
recruit,
the number one cornerback, number one recruit in general.
and then he's just like, I'm going to what, an HBCU,
Yeah.
which I mean that's kind of tight that
Yeah.
he did that, but I mean he talked it up like he was going to stay there too,
Yeah.
and then he left with Dion, which is
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah. So
I'm very interested to watch Colorado. I'll just leave it at that because if they're good quickly, college football will change completely.
yeah, which that's a noon game, I
It's a
think.
noon game.
Oh, that's the marquee noon game. Then
Hey, we might have to watch that at Hani.
do they really have TVs?
Yeah.
Okay.
all right, second game.
Shout out the Creek.
WVU at number 7 Penn State. Penn State's minus 20.5. The over under is 50.5. Brady might as well keep leading this.
So, I mean, I'm gonna bet WVU plus 20.5 because I
Mhm.
love it. I'm gonna wait to see if it gets to plus 21, but I think the obvious bet here is over 50.5. I think it's gonna be a lot of points in that game. Which, I mean, WVU they could chalk them, but they need to put up like 300 rushing yards. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I said earlier in the episode that Michigan has the best duo, but the Mounties got the best tree.
The Penn State has like top 5 running back duo too.
Again, you're talking duos. I'm talking trios.
That's-
You're
yeah.
playing checkers. I'm playing chess.
WVU has 4 running backs that are gonna play. You see that?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
yeah.
Doing-
So yeah, I'm taking the Mounties plus 20.5. I'm gonna bet it anyways. I'm obviously gonna bet a money line too. I'm taking this solely on.
What's that money line? Just
I
curious.
900, I
Nothing
think.
I bet $100 to win 1,000.
Okay.
Plus
Yeah.
950.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
About right.
I'm not picking this game solely on players and X's and O's. I'm picking this game in a strategic way to where Neil Brown's back's against the wall. He knows if he has a shitty season, he knows if he starts off cold, he's fucking gone. I think he's gonna have to coach a hell of a game.
He's got to win 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah, make it
No,
a.
I think he just needs to beat.
I mean, they play Duquesne the second
Well,
game.
yeah, he loses
so,
that game. He's fucked.
Yeah,
He's
he's got to
gone.
win
Yeah,
2 or
so
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just the West Virginia history wise, any year that they're not counted out, but counted at the complete bottom, normally those seasons they exceed expectations, and those really are my only 2 reasons why. One, history, and 2, because the head coach has to.
So
If he loses to Penn State and Pitt, is he fired after?
I think he is.
I think he is, yeah.
Do you?
But
I can see that too.
I was thinking about this earlier. Garrett Green's not like prototypical like good quarterback. Who was the last quarterback we had like that was underappreciated?
Skylar Howard. Great
Yes.
year.
And that
he-
and that's the most wins we've had
Yeah.
since Powell.
He might not be
Yeah.
a great quarterback, but he might get the job done.
That's all that
You don't
need.
know.
That's all you need.
And
I'm trusting the climb for.
At least 3
I'm
more
week to
games.
week on the climb.
yeah, I mean he's got
Slowly
wheels
climbing.
too. He's
Th-
got wheels.
this-
I think that's what's crazy.
This shirt was on discount when I bought it, and I was like,
Nice
I
shirt.
have to
If
get
I was a
Nice
that.
WV
shirt.
fan, I'd definitely
Yeah.
wear it.
Yeah, so yeah, Garrett Green has to be the guy because he can run and throw. I don't know how good we'd be just with the drop back quarterback. So taking the Mounties plus 20.5.
Wide receiver is going to be interesting.
I think our wide receivers are actually going to be unreal, but they're going to be freshmen. It's going to be Rodney Gallagher and that Burks kid that came in. They said that both of them in practice have been phenomenal.
Devin Carter too. He came from NC State.
Yeah.
And then the 2 G-Codes we had last year that didn't do good.
So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting.
Sorry, boys.
I'm
taking Penn State minus 20.
I can't fault you for that.
I can't.
I had WVU written down, and then because I do think they are going to be better than people think.
What if it was 21? I think that makes a big difference.
It does, but like they are just. I've just heard so much good things about Penn State. Like I'm pretty sure they're supposed to have a really good defense.
Oh yeah, if you look at like tweets would be coming out all summer about like top 10 in this position, and Penn State would always have one.
Yeah, it's just going to be tough. I'm not saying WVU's never played in an atmosphere like this. They obviously have. Happy Valley is going to be fucking rocking. Week 1 night game. I've just heard nothing but good things about Penn State.
New quarterback,
but it could be a good thing because Sean Clifford stunk.
Yes, dude, there's a lot of history in this game.
Yeah,
it's been a long time, but there's a lot of history Penn State WVU.
But,
so I'm more excited for before kickoff when they show the stands and it's going fucking nuts.
Yeah,
because like that's when it's gonna sink in for me. Like we got a battle.
And Penn State has had good recruits at quarterback the last several years, and they don't pan out like they should.
Yeah.
So who says Drew Aller's as good as they say?
He could not be, but
how do we know what class he is? Like, is he a sophomore?
I'm not sure.
Wish we had Melvin.
He'd probably know. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with Penn State minus 20.5, and our intern is also on Penn State minus 20.
That's a gut shot. That's just because I took Navy. He doesn't think Penn State's going to cover. It's just because I took Navy, and I guarantee it.
He's Drew Aller's a sophomore.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true sophomore or what. He's also from Medina, Ohio, which isn't
really?
far. Yeah, not far
at all.
All right, third game. We have probably the best game of Saturday. Number 21, North Carolina at South Carolina. North Carolina's minus 2.5. The over/under is 64.5.
Neutral site.
Is this a neutral site?
It's in Charlotte.
Okay.
But okay, South Carolina.
Which Charlotte's right, basically pretty close.
Yeah,
to South
it'll be 50-50.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I like South Carolina this year. I think they're going to be good.
People think they're going to take a step back. I don't see it, especially with the way Rattler played at the end of last year.
Yeah, the end of the year they looked pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I read up on them and I liked what I was reading. I forget what it was, but I mean it all sounded pretty good. I'm going to take plus 2.5.
Yeah, so I'm back and forth right now between two picks. I think this is probably going to be Mac Brown's best North Carolina team that he'll have while he's back in the helm as head coach. I love North Carolina's quarterback. Spencer Rattler did play very, very well towards the end of the year.
He's turnover prone.
I'm gonna take North Carolina minus 2.5. The other pick that I kind of wanted to take the over, but I'm more confident in Drake May. So.
I think the over is like the fun pick in this game. That when you look at it, it should be like 38-5. So I'll probably bet that the day of too.
Well, you will be betting that because the over 64.5 is my pick, and it is also my lock.
Your lock?
Oh, the over 64.5 is my lock. I think that game is going to be a complete shootout.
North Carolina has no defense.
Yeah. So the big hit is going to be back. It is back. We did not hit it last year, but since I'm giving the lock, we will be betting the big hitter. So
we obviously weren't trying to hit it last year. Dude.
No, this is the year.
Yeah,
we're starting.
We didn't hit it once.
We didn't. No, we didn't start at week 1 either.
But
Okay.
dude, of course, the one
Whoa, it was Nick.
it was
Nick
Nick, and
Nick.
dude, it was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
It was
Your
your
wedding.
It
wedding.
was my wedding.
It was your wedding. The boys were rolling. Everybody was feeling good, sipping some fucking cocktails.
Nick's gonna be watching this like motherfucker. I thought I was past this.
So that is my lock, and I might as well give you Melvin's because we already said it too. Obviously, I'll give you his first lock. I made him pick a second.
Yeah.
His first lock was the Monday night game. He liked Duke plus 13.
Okay.
That was his first lock. His Saturday lock is Penn State. He did tell me. I said, give me a Saturday lock. He did tell me Penn State minus 20.5.
Cocksucker.
Yeah.
I mean, so here's the thing. If, and this is a question for the entire season.
Okay.
Say we decided, or it was decided amongst us, that Penn State was going to be his lock, which it's fine. If that's his lock, that's great. Is there and you can say no. I'm just curious. Is there a rule that if the lock is against your favorite team, you can still root for the parlay, but you don't have to bet it? Because I would never bet against WVU.
Because what I would do if I was you guys, I'd just do the 3 teams is what I'd do. I just wouldn't take this game, and I'd just do our 3 picks.
And that's only when they're playing against your favorite team.
Only when they're playing against your favorite team.
Okay.
Say his lock was WVU plus 20.5. Obviously, you guys would start in the parlay.
For sure.
But if I was you, all I would do is just don't pay attention to his pick in our 3 lock. Just bet a 3 team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And ask.
I have my lock, but it goes against some of your guys' picks. What do you do about that?
Well, when we get to it, just like,
We're past it.
what is it?
TCU minus 21. I mean, I love the under 2.
No, go with your first.
Yeah,
Okay.
go with your
Your
gut.
first.
Go
All
with
right.
your gut. All right, so just write that down, and then we can discuss all this. We'll have to just figure it out.
It's going to be tough I don't think this is going to happen a lot.
I don't
but for
either.
week 1, I think it's going to happen because I don't have any other pick outside of the 10.
Yeah, facts.
So, because remember, we're allowed to pick any game for our lock,
Yes.
Right.
even if it's not on the card. So, we'll talk about it after. Did I get?
And I got mine.
Okay, we're at mine. Did we get to your game yet for your
No.
lock? Okay, just wait for it. Melvin's pick is South Carolina plus 2.5. So we got. I don't know.
Wait, him and Melvin are on South Carolina plus 2.5. You're on
The over 64.5 is my lock. So what I'm probably going to do, to be honest, while we're just here talking about it, I
can compromise too.
I'm going to stick with Colorado plus 21 as my pick, but I will bet the big HITTAH with TCU minus 21
Okay.
is what I will do.
I
All
like
right.
that. As long as it doesn't go against like your favorite team, I feel like it's
Yeah.
okay.
So I will. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. If it was my favorite team, like you guys said, it's different. But I'm going to stick with that as my official 5-5 pick. But TCU minus 21, I will bet parlay.
Which I'm sure that'll happen with a bunch of us too.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with it.
All right. Next game, we are at number 3 Ohio State at Indiana. The spread, Ohio State's laying 29.5. Over under is 59.5. Brady, go ahead.
This one's tough. I'm taking Indiana plus 29.5. I just think it's going to be like a rough week 1 with a new quarterback for Ohio State. Now they're going to win by a lot. I just don't think it's going to be 30.
All right, you talked me into it. I'm with you. I didn't know what to do in this game. I know historically sometimes this game's close, and basically 30 points with the new quarterback.
And if you get up by a bunch too, like the second string comes in. So
Yeah. All right, I'm with that.
I'm on Ohio State minus 29.5. They usually I agree with you. They haven't even announced their quarterback yet. They usually kick the shit out of these teams though, and it's hard for me to bet against them. I don't think Indiana is going to be anything. I'm going with Ohio State minus 29.5, and Melvin is also taking Ohio State minus 29.
I know, dude. I feel I'm gonna be sitting here week 2 being like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Because I do it all the fucking
Yeah.
time. But yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with Indiana.
All right. Next game, Boise State at number 10 Washington. Washington's minus 14.5. The over-under is 58.5.
I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. Washington's gonna put up points all year, but I'm counting on Boise to actually put up some too. So over 58.5.
I'm also taking the over 58.5. I think this game will actually be pretty close. That's why I'm kind of nervous about the spread there. These games are always interesting, but yeah, Penix is a dog. So yeah. What was it, 58?
Yeah. I'm so surprised they have their 2 top receivers back also because they were sick last year.
Yeah. I think they'll be pretty good. And truthfully, I didn't realize they were ranked 10th, which helps them kind of stay in the driver's seat in the Pac-12 too.
All right, so I am going to ride with Boise State plus 14.5. I know how well Penn played last year. Play well again this year.
And he used to be injury prone.
Yeah.
So
Boise's always spicy. I don't know how good, if they're supposed to be any good this year or not. Historically, over the last 15 years, they've been a good football program. I'm going to believe they're good enough to cover 14.5. So I'm taking Boise State plus 14.5.
You know what's crazy? It's over 15. I think it's like 20 years. When they had that Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, that's probably like
we're fucking old.
Is Washington's coach still Boise State's old coach when they did the Statue of Liberty thing?
I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I can't remember. No, that wasn't Doug Peterson.
It was
something Peterson.
Something Peterson, yeah. People want to say Greg.
All right, and Melvin is against both of you. He is taking the under 58.5 in Boise and Washington.
All right, Mel.
The frick.
All right, next game we got East Carolina at number 2 Michigan. Michigan's laying 36.5. Over under is 51.5.
I see Michigan putting up a lot of points early. Then they're gonna play their second, third string, and East Carolina's gonna keep their first team in, I think, the whole game. So I think they'll start to put up points as the game goes on. So I'm gonna go over 51.5 because that's a little low, but it's Big Ten.
Yeah, I'm actually on the other side. I'm taking the under 51.5. I think Michigan, like you said, will score a lot of points, but I know Michigan's defense is legit. I know nothing about East Carolina,
but you're banking on like 42-7.
Yeah, I'm banking on Michigan running it up, East Carolina, whatever it is, and not scoring a lot of points. So that's my pick of the evening.
I agree with Jake. I'm going with the under 51.5. I think it's kind of going to be like the Notre Dame Navy situation where it's like 35, 42 nothing going to the fourth quarter. They're going to start running the ball, and maybe they'll do what Navy did and say fuck it, just kick a field goal to get points at the end, and 42-3 final.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the under in that game. And Melvin is on the under as well. You are the only one on the over, Brady. So that could be an early game.
Big one for you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The big one for you, pal.
All right. Next game is the last game we're doing on the Saturday. Virginia at number 12 Tennessee. Tennessee's minus 28. The over under is 57.5.
Virginia is going to be so bad.
Yeah.
They had all those transfers, and Brennan Armstrong left, which might be an addition by
Where's he at now?
subtraction.
NC State, right?
NC State, but he was so bad.
Yeah,
last
he was very
year,
bad
after he got
last year.
Heisman hype too. I'm just gonna go under 57.5. I'm counting on Virginia being really bad, not putting up points, and then Tennessee struggling a little bit because Milton, first year starter, but I like his potential, but they lost their top 2 receivers, so I don't know how that offense is gonna be.
Wait, Milton didn't play last year?
He did like the bowl game.
Yeah, when
and
Hooker got hurt.
Balled.
He can fling it.
Yeah, his arm is
Where
But-
did he come from?
Michigan.
But he doesn't have Cedric Tillman or Jalen Hyatt this year. Which they were both high picks in the draft.
What did you take?
I took the under 57.5.
All right, I'm gonna take Tennessee minus 28. All I keep hearing is how bad Virginia's going to be from you guys and elsewhere all over. So that's.
I'm on Tennessee minus 28 as well. I thought about taking this as my lock. I think they are going to beat the living hell out of Virginia.
Yep.
So there's my
They-
2 cents.
They have their running back, I believe. Was it Jabari Smalls or something?
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
believe he's back.
And Melvin's also on Tennessee minus 20. All right, Sunday, we got 2 games. We're going with the very good game here first to pick. We are doing number 5 LSU versus number 8 Florida State. This game is in Orlando. LSU's minus 2.5. The over/under is 58.5.
This game's so hard, and it should be because they're both top 10. Just give me the points. Give me plus 2.5. It could be a one point game. So
This game means something. You don't recall
I don't. Please remind me because I do not know what you're talking
last year at Bird's bachelor party, you and I had a massive bet in
We
to win like
did.
$500 a piece on this game, and it was like the last second LSU either tip. We had Florida State,
yeah, and it
It-
fucked us. It was a field goal or something.
and it was
wasn't
a field goal, I believe. I think
about. Didn't Florida State win that game?
yes,
Florida State won the game.
yeah. So wait, I can't remember who we had, but I know we lost a lot of money.
Yeah, we were like in it. We had it won, and then all of a
'Cause
sudden,
Florida State
Yeah.
started out hot last year.
yeah, because they have good running backs and that quarterback too.
Yeah. I'm taking the points. Yeah, I'm taking Florida State plus 2.5. I think they're one of those dark horse ACC contenders. I mean, I know there's a lot in there, but every time I think of the ACC, it's kind of hard not to look past Clemson. You got Notre Dame, Pitt. There's a lot of good teams there. I think Florida State is going to be pretty good this year. And truthfully, the Brian Kelly like recruitment videos cringing out, so I love that.
I'm going with LSU minus 2.5. I think it's the get back game for them. I just because Florida State won last year is legit the reason why I'm going the other way this year. So I'm going to go with LSU minus 2.5, and I will be the only one taking that because Melvin also has Florida State plus 2.5. So there we go. 2 very good quarterbacks in that, Daniels and Travis.
So I mean, they're top 10. They're both like playoff bound teams potentially. So
Yeah.
someone's gonna start in the hole.
And
Yep.
at least we have a great game for our last night of booze and the Creek too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Thankful.
Yep. All right. The other game we are using because the game stuck all weekend for the most part is Northwestern at Rutgers. This will be a nice snooze fest game, especially with all the shit going on with Northwestern.
Yep.
Rutgers is minus 6.5. The over under is 40.5. That's Big Ten football.
That is Big Ten football,
40.5.
baby.
I'm banking on Northwestern just fucking going out there and playing a good game. So I'm gonna go plus 6.5.
I'm taking the under. I don't think anybody's gonna score. Rutgers normally, Rutgers hung in some games last year if I recall, but I think Northwestern's gonna stink after their whole debacle. I could see this game being like 24-10 somewhere around there.
So no one got suspended for Northwestern, right? No one really transferred.
No, but I think they stink.
I
It
mean,
doesn't
yeah,
matter. I
both
mean, what'd
these
they win
teams
last year?
stink.
1-2 games last.
Both these teams stink.
Yeah, but Rutgers does not think it's bad. I don't think. Didn't Rutgers make a bowl game last year? I think they won 6-6 last year.
Yeah.
I love Greg Schiano. I'm going Rutgers minus 6.5.
Shout out Ray Rice.
Which he's had
Northwestern
his
is a
issues.
disaster. All right, Melvin is also on Rutgers minus 6.5. So, okay, we got one game left, Monday, and I do think this is gonna be a better game than people think. Number 9, Clemson at Duke. Clemson's minus 13.5. Over under is 55.5.
This is tough. I'm gonna take the experienced quarterback Leonard over what Klubnik or
Klubnik, I think.
Klubnik, yeah.
Cade,
Which
fucking dog.
he is, but he didn't look that good when he played end of the year. I don't think.
He got his ass spanked by
Yeah.
Mr. Milton in the bowl game.
So I'm gonna take Duke plus 13. I think Clemson wins, but I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah, I'm taking Clemson. Clemson minus 13. I think Cade's going to be a fucking animal. Will Shipley somehow still plays for Clemson. He's a dog. I think this is a bulletin board game for Clemson because they're actually not getting a lot of love. I feel like this is the first year where like nobody thinks they're going to make the college football playoff. And when you got a guy like Dabo behind the helm, I'm sure he'll try to fire the boys up. So let's go Tigers.
I'm also on Duke plus 13. I've been hearing a lot of good things about Duke. So yeah, I'm riding with Duke at home too. That's going to be a great environment, I think.
Duke's got like a decent program. It's weird.
Yeah.
In football,
It's been kind of bad again the last couple years, but I think
Leonard's been great.
I've just heard good things about Duke this year, so I'm riding Duke plus 13 as well. And like I said, this was Melvin's first block before I made him give me a Saturday one. So he's got Duke plus 13, which, like I said, was his first block. So boys can take that one if you want, since he took Penn State as his other one, or whatever you want to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, mine's out of the 10 games, so
Go ahead.
it won't be a fucking debate. Motherfuckers forget. Shout out the Green Wave of Tulane. We are back for another season here. I'm taking Tulane minus 6.5 against South Alabama. The Green Wave is back. Sorry, USC.
They're really only minus 6.5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's your lock.
That's my lock of the week. Throw it on the HITTAH.
You're back on them.
Throw it on the HITTAH. Wave is back.
They're ranked, right? 24?
24th.
Which, how are they only minus 6.5 against South Alabama?
Maybe South Alabama has one hell of a program this year.
I mean, I know Tulane, I think they lost like their running back and stuff, but I mean, they're ranked 24, so they must be pretty good.
This is so random. I don't know what just made me think of this. Is McCall still in college?
I think so. I think he's back at the Coast.
I thought he transferred from Coast.
I think he was looking at it and he did. Let me look.
Or am I thinking of the last year? That's your boy.
McCall.
I'm very curious. I don't play. Name off.
South Alabama's got a pretty good quarterback.
So on December 12th, 2022, he entered the portal. And on January 1st, he exited and would remain at Coast.
So he's still there.
So he's back.
What a dog. The Coast, baby. All right. So,
shout out the Chandeliers, my boy.
Yep, the Chandeliers, baby. Okay, so the official big HITTAH, like I said, you guys can bet it how you want, just so the people know. My lock is the over 64.5 at North Carolina, South Carolina. Jake is Tulane minus 6.5 against Southern Alabama.
Southern Alabama.
Melvin's is Penn State minus 20.5 or Duke plus 13. I just hate waiting days for a parlay to cash. That's why I made it.
Yeah.
And Brady's is TCU minus 21. So there you go. Let's just hit it fucking week one.
That would be nuts.
Get it out of the way. I mean, this is something. Think if we hit it, you guys are in deep freak.
Dude, and if you're not a bitch, put all 5 games on there, dude.
Yeah.
Put all 5 on there.
Yeah.
And you can cash out Monday.
Yeah.
Unless you're a WVU fan, then don't do that.
Yeah. Or just don't do that. Yeah. So. All right.
Feels good to be back.
Feels great to be back. The energy's always great week one.
Oh, I love it.
Can't wait for NFL to start, obviously. That will be next week.
And week one kind of knocks the gambling jitters off for me.
It does.
Like, I'll be more energized and fired up next week because I'll have an idea of what I'm looking at on the landscape.
Yep. There's no doubt. I'm so excited to watch football this weekend. So
That's right.
That's all I'm going to do.
All I'm going to
Booze and watch football.
That's all you need to do.
You guys watch Swamp Kings?
What is it?
Swamp Kings, the new Untold on Netflix.
The Florida doc?
Oh, okay. I've heard about it. Heard it stinks. I've
Go
heard
ahead.
it stinks.
So I watched it, and I was seeing everything everyone was saying before I started it, that they didn't touch on like any of the bad shit that
Yeah.
happened, which they did. Which I think that could have made it like
That's why I would want to watch it.
would have made it one of the best docs ever.
Yeah.
But even without that, it's still a really good football documentary.
Okay.
Like
I will
it still gives
probably
you
end up watching.
like behind the scenes of like what made them good. It just
Yeah.
didn't like chronicle like the downfall necessarily.
That's what I want.
Which yeah, that would have been so much better.
I
but
heard they made Urban look like an angel
yeah, like
until the last episode.
Tebow and Urban Meyer weren't going to get on there and have it be like a shit show for Florida.
Yeah.
See, for my personal opinion is, I think that made Urban look terrible coaching wise, and it proves why he was so bad in Jacksonville as an NFL head coach, because he just had no control. Like his speeches that they showed when they'd run out on the field.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I finished it.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, yeah, you don't even talk about football at all. You're just like, ride for your brothers, and then they run out.
He ran the program so hard. That's why he failed as like the Jacksonville coach. No one was gonna fucking do that.
No.
He made it miserable for the guys at first.
Yeah. So I guess my big critique, I see where people are talking about seeing all the, all that other stuff. I don't think, yes, it would have made it way better. I don't think that's the angle that they were trying to initially go for anyways. I think there were too many episodes. There were 4 episodes. I think if you chopped it down to 3, they were dragging the like last episode and a half out way too long. That was my only critique. I was kind of bored by episode.
I'll definitely end up watching it at some point.
And it just hurts me inside because they show top 10 flashbacks the entire time, and WVU is like ranked 3 and 4 the entire time.
And they just didn't get there.
So I called my dad. I was like, it honestly makes you think, like, I forget what that feels like.
Yeah.
It's been so long since we've been like that good to where like I genuinely like I can't remember for football what that feels like, and that is so sad.
Just something about seeing that number by your team, especially when you're like that highly ranked.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
10, 5 in the country.
They showed one top 10. I think Florida was like 4 or 5. So I was looking like below him. I was like, fuck, we weren't in the top 10. Then I rewound it, and I was like, oh, we're third? We're third? Like, what? Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, I don't know what it's like to be nervous every single week. Like, you could lose that top 3 spot by losing.
Which I don't mean this in a smart ass
No,
way,
go ahead.
but like, the only thing that you've tasted as like a true WVU fan is the Will Greer days.
Right.
Which the Will Greer days were great. That gave you a little taste of what you were talking about. Nothing compares to when Pat White was our.
I was a
Mike Vick.
I was a closet fan back then.
That's fair. That's fair. You at least you're admitting.
You can't claim these days.
No, I don't. I mean,
Mike Vick.
I will claim I loved Pat White, Steve Slayton, and Owen Schmidt, but like I hated WVU fans back then just because like I don't know.
Now look at you.
Yeah, now I'm one of them. Fuck.
So yeah, I am praying that something, because honestly, I'm getting to the point where they're ruining my college football. Like, sucking every single fucking year is not good for me.
Yeah, I mean, we can't turn the ball over, with Melvin fucking rips me for. I just say like if we don't lose the turnover battle, I think it'll be a good game. He's like, that it's gonna fucking take more than that.
It's like, yeah, no
Like,
shit.
Yeah,
bud.
but like that's the biggest step. If you lose the turnover battle, you're just fucked then.
Yeah. For sure.
I can envision how this is gonna go. I'm gonna paint the honest picture. This isn't the picture that I want, but I'm gonna paint the honest picture. First quarter might be 7-3. We might have 3 points. Second quarter we're gonna be like driving down and we're gonna fumble or throw a pick six, and then the final score will probably be like 45. And
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong. But I only have one game to base off of going in a hostile environment and playing well under Neil Brown, and that was when we went into Oklahoma and almost beat Oklahoma with Spencer Rattler, quarterback. That's the only game that I can, and I know that's not the same thing. But Oklahoma was ranked pretty high then. That it was mid-season though, so you're in your mid-season form. But that's the only thing I can base it
I was
on.
gonna say last year against Pitt, but there's a lot of WVU fans there too. It wasn't definitely not as
Yeah.
hostile as Oklahoma, but that crowd was fucking crazy last year. too.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a moment in that game where we just have hope,
There is.
and it's gonna be great, and then most likely it's just gonna be ripped away quickly.
All right, I got a question. I got a question here. Would you rather get blown out, or would you rather keep the game close and lose at the very?
Close and lose at the very
No
end.
doubt. You need hope. You need hope.
We need hope, but it's just gonna hurt so much in the end. I already know. It's just gonna be painful.
Yeah. I need it to come out. I need them to do something. I've been bottling this. The last big burst of like yippee energy for WVU football was when we kissed in the hotel when Will Greer threw the touchdown against Tech.
Yep. That was amazing.
It was an accidental kiss, but it still counts.
I'll never forget. Every time it comes up on my Twitter X timeline, I watch it. I get chills every
What's
time.
Twitter?
I forget. X.
Yeah, boys, can you? I'm off it. I'm off Twitter and
How you gonna put out your pick?
Dude, Thread stunk.
Thread stung.
Yeah,
Thread stung. I mean, I'll
It
just
did.
IG them. I'll put them on my story. That's where you find me.
Okay, yeah, that
you know?
works.
And dude, truthfully, since you brought up X, I know we don't traditionally talk about topics like this, but I think it's kind of wild that he's taken the block feature away.
Rico's not happy about it.
Can you still mute?
That I don't know. I just think it's crazy to think you can't block somebody other than in the DM.
Yeah.
That's just me, though.
I mean,
That's just
I've
me.
never blocked anyone.
Elon just does whatever the fuck he wants.
Dude, he's getting ready for the match of his life.
They ain't doing it.
Yeah, I think Elon don't want the smoke.
Who's gonna beat Sugar?
No one. I didn't think he had a chance against Sterling. I can't lie, and I was so wrong.
So
Really didn't.
I didn't think he would beat him either. So
Yeah.
I just took like under 2.5, and I bet like a shit ton on it.
Yeah.
And it fucking cashed. But I was so mad I didn't just say fuck it and put everything on Sugar.
I heard I got screwed on a fight. I probably can't find the bet. I was pretty fucked up. But I mean, it was the night of the Brew Fest. I doubt I'm gonna be able to find this bet. I can't even remember who fought. What
Whaley and Lamos.
No, it was
Gary.
dude. What UFC was that just happened?
292.
92, yeah.
UFC 2.
So Ian Gary fought
Pedro
Magny.
Munoz fought
Cheeto, Marlon Vera.
As soon as I see the name.
You were so sad when they said Marlon Vera won until you realized that was Cheeto. What? It's Marlon.
Blackshear. I think it was the Blackshear
he did
fight.
good.
Okay, so
I had Blackshear and I heard he should have won, and that cost me a parlay.
He fought very good.
who'd
Yeah.
he fight?
Mario Batista.
Yeah, which was a short notice fight. Blackshear fought 7 days before that. So normally you just hammer the other guy.
And Mario Batista Sugar's guy.
Is he?
I
just wanted to see him kick the shit out of Cody.
that would have been sick.
Cody's trash.
But yeah, just curious. We haven't got to talk fighting in a while.
It'll come.
Yeah.
More will come.
I mean, I'll end it at this. I would love to see Sugar box Gervonta Davis, even though Gervonta Davis would win.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how
Is there
good,
rumors of this?
that's what Sugar wants
He
to do.
talked about it
Okay.
after he won his title fight.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, that's gonna happen.
That'd be sick.
I
No
would
doubt.
I would just the only reason why I want to watch it is because I would like to see how well of a boxer striker Sugar actually is in the boxing. I would like, because dude, Sugar, if you've watched all of or most of Sugar's fights, the precision where he throws punches is actually
Oh, he's very
so
yeah.
I would just like to see how that could translate in the boxing.
I've said this before, the difference between boxing and MMA and boxing and regular boxing is two completely different.
Oh yeah.
Boxing is so much more technical.
Yeah.
I would love to see it too. Don't get me wrong. but
MMA will never win in that.
No,
the
I
only-
highly doubt.
Only way Sugar would do decent is if he can avoid the punches like he can in MMA, which that it's completely different, so you don't know.
When's this Tyson Fury, what's his name fight? I forgot. It just popped in
Gone
my
in.
head.
I think it's October.
That's going to be electric. Even though
it's
Tyson
October.
Fury's going to beat the living shit out of it, but it'll take the watch.
Yeah.
It will, but you know Ngannou is gonna just fucking throw as hard as he can early,
Yeah,
and that's his only shot.
yeah. So
Dude, what if Ngannou knocks Tyson?
that'd be incredible.
That would be
incredible.
wild. I mean, dude, again, Tyson Fury, it's so hard to hate him.
Yeah, he's
They're,
so
they're
likable.
both getting old too.
You know who's kind of grown on me is fucking John. And I used to hate that son of a bitch. But he is comical.
Yeah, he is funny.
Him flipping the tables at that press conference and going nuts was
Awesome.
it was awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah. Trying to think. I think that's it.
got
Obviously, Dylan Danis is not gonna fight Logan Paul.
I think it's happening.
There's no way it's happening. It's gonna be Mike Perry versus Logan Paul.
I think it's gonna happen.
I think for Logan's sake, he should pray it's Dylan Danis and not Mike Perry.
Yeah,
Yes,
me
because
too.
Perry, he can fucking throw.
Yeah.
He just looks like a scary guy.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
I think he can actually box. Dylan Danis, no.
dude, his Rogan episode was so bad. It was only like an hour and 12
And that's not like Rogan at all.
because Joe would ask him stuff and he would just like start talking
Yeah.
about something completely different.
So I don't know who will win that fight. I do think that fight's gonna happen. If not, Danis's credibility is gone. He'll never fight again.
Agreed.
Yeah. He'll never fight again. He's got to take this fight. Yeah, that's about all I have. If we want to talk about that, I don't want to talk about that card. KSI's get his fucking ass whooped by Tommy Fury.
The size difference is insane.
And if he somehow beats him, it is so big. People want to say Jake Paul fights big. His fight's not a. If he fucking beats him, it is so big. Because
that won't be
KSI
big.
is not even on a close level to Jake. And I don't give a shit what anyone. It's not close. Fight someone. Talk about Jake fight someone. Talk about fucking KSI needs to fight someone.
I listen. I think Bryce Hall now has more credibility than KSI.
I kind of agree with
winning
that.
a bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah,
fight.
I kind of agree with that.
That's badass.
Yeah.
And truthfully, Bryce probably has more credibility than Jake Paul now as well. Not in the boxing world, but
Yeah.
in the fighting world.
Yeah.
Just because you have to be a complete psychopath
To do
bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah.
But then you also have to be the crazier psychopath to be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like you don't train for it. You're just like, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I think the KSI stuff.
Yeah, me too. And Logan needs to chill too. Because you ever think of this? Real quick, we'll do this. Do you think that I feel like they're kind of beefing right now, those two?
I think
I haven't looked
I love it.
too much farther into it. Do you think this is a master plan of them to fight?
so. Here's my opinion, and then I will answer that. I actually think they are beefing, and I don't think that they ever wanted to fight, and this could be the reason why they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like after watching Jake stuff and Logan stuff, and this is funny. We're like gossiping.
Yeah.
about YouTube guys, which I love doing. It's my favorite. I actually think they're going back to their hating each other ways.
Well, I'm starting to go back to the hating Logan Paul face again. So
I'll be so honest with you, dude. I'm been such a Jake guy these last couple months.
I love it.
He's just so much better than Logan at this point.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
And honestly, dude, let's just pile on, dude. his podcast now. Like if Mike wasn't on there, would anybody watch Impulsive?
I love the episodes when what's his
Jeff.
name? I fucking love Jeff.
Jeff's
dude.
my
He is-
favorite.
He's hilarious.
Jeff
He
is
is
my
hilarious.
favorite in that world.
Yeah,
he's the
hilarious.
best. Yeah,
I don't watch the episodes. I just see the X clip.
Yeah, dude, X clip sounds so bad.
It sounds like porn.
Oh, it
Yeah, it
sounds
does.
terrible.
All right.
All right, boys. Oh yeah, and shout out Messi too. What a beautiful.
Did you see that goal?
Yeah, I mean
That
he's
was
just-
insane. Because Inter
Weren't
Miami
they down 2-0?
I don't remember, but like Inter Miami was really bad. I think
They were last
before.
place.
and they just like
They
tic
were
tac
in
toe.
last place.
It
They
just shows
turned
you
it all around.
how much better like overseas soccer is than MLS.
It shows you how much better that is, and it also shows you how crazy a mindset switch can be.
Yeah,
Because he's literally one guy,
I mean,
and now they're all playing incredible. Every highlight, they're all playing like they're on a higher level. I don't
which
know.
Credit to Messi, like that's a big risk. If he doesn't come in and dominate like this, like that tarnishes his legacy. I think.
For sure. And I just saw the concept of his $50 million Miami house, and it is unfucked.
Did you see him just shopping at like a Publix down
Yeah,
there?
that was awesome.
so funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
What if he got a pub sub? Shout out pub subs. I'll always give free
Oh,
shout outs to
Buffalo
pub
Heard
subs.
good
chicken.
things about the pub.
Oh, they're so
Ty,
good.
Whenever you get an opportunity for a pub sub, take.
I will.
Even if you're just driving somewhere random and you see Publix, you
Go
gotta
do
go.
it. Okay.
All right. Follow me on Instagram at Juice Fisherman.
Has anyone ever been to Bucky's?
No,
What's
I want to
Buc-ee's?
go to Bucky's.
What is that?
I want to go
Dude,
to
it's
Bucky's.
like the new sheet / Wawa, I
Yeah.
guess.
Where's it at?
in the South
There's
Carolina.
one
North
getting
Carolina.
ready to go in Ohio here soon along 70. I think it's going to be up towards Dayton, maybe I heard, but I heard they're unbelievable.
There's 128 pumps. There's 47 flavors of beef jerky. It's just oh, it sounds incredible.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, but we were
It's
talking
fine.
about fucking these places, and Bucky's just the new thing.
I'll stop if I see one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and dude, anytime I get a chance to peruse a beef jerky section,
I'm
I'm
going.
going.
All right, you can go ahead.
At Juice Fisherman, make sure to subscribe to the Juice Box YouTube. Thank you.
Follow me on. I still haven't updated my app, so
Make
it's
sure
still,
you say X.
it's still Twitter to me, but technically X for most of you kids. Brady_21_.
I'm on X and Instagram at TylerDro24_, and Melvin is on X at Melvin the Intern, I believe. So follow us. It's good to be back with the boys, giving out winners. That's all I got. Goodbye.